Good evening and happy Friday. This is Shana from the Trade Exchange, and I'm very excited to join you tonight. Tonight, I want to talk to you about two biotech stocks that had a very great week, and one company we all know that after a disappointing press release had some very disappointing results. So let's take a look. PTIE, Pain Therapeutics. Take a look at this stock because they jumped nearly 170% this week. They came back down, but they still closed up almost 80% higher. And this is on the heels of a positive study for their drug Ramoxi. Well, Ramoxi is to be used to treat moderate to severe chronic pain. So what's so special about that? Well, it's opiate resistant, so it couldn't come at a better time. As we know, just this past October 2017, the opiate crisis was declared a national emergency in the United States. So this painkiller would actually be resistant to that. They said it has reduced drug liking and drug highs, and the need or the desire to want to take the drug again. So now Pain Therapeutics can now resubmit Ramoxi to the FDA for approval following this positive study release. So remains to be seen if it gets approved, but with that, Pain Therapeutics closed up nearly 80%. GBT, Global Blood Therapeutics, another biotech name that had a great week. As you can see here, they're up nearly 40%. Well, this is after Voxelotor, which is an oral once-daily therapy in clinical treatment for sickle cell disease, received breakthrough therapy designation by the FDA. Now, 2 years ago, when it was previously known as GBT 440, it received the orphan drug designation. So Voxelotor is continuing in multiple studies, but again, it could be a possible life-saving treatment. And with this positive news and this great designation by the FDA of a breakthrough therapy designation, they're up nearly 40%, closing out the week above $56. GPRO, GoPro. Now, it's a company we all heard of. However, they've had a very tough week. And this is following a press release, a disappointing press release, should we say. The company announced that they expect their fourth quarter revenue to be much lower than earlier forecasts. On top of that, they said they're slashing the price on their Hero 6 camera due to weak demand, taking $100 off the camera actually, bringing it from $499 to $399. On top of that, they said they're exiting the drone business. And if all that wasn't the bad news, they're also going to be slashing 250 jobs. So with that, they had price target cuts across the board. JP Morgan cut their price target to $9. Cohen cut their price target to $6, Dougherty to $4, Wedbush to $6, Citi to $7. So all these price target cuts. Now their earnings release is expected to come in February, although no exact date's been posted. But on the heels of this very disappointing press release, the stock dropped 33%. It has recovered slightly, but it's closing out the week down 18%. So not a great week for GoPro. Crude oil. Take a look at crude oil. It's up 4.5% this week. And better than that, it closed out with a $64 handle. Now, these are levels we have not seen in a long time. And this has to do with OPEC and their allies continuing to cut production, and the U.S. inventories are shrinking, despite the fact that the United States is continuing to increase their output. We got our Baker Hughes numbers today, and well, the total rig count is up 15 at 939, and the oil rig count is up 10 to 752. However, looking at API data this week, there was a bigger draw than expected, a much bigger draw at 11.9 million barrels per day. This demand for oil is continuing to increase, and China actually has now surpassed the United States as becoming the largest importer for oil. So again, oil's closing out above a $64 handle, up 4.5% this week. And your indices, let's take a look at these. The Dow, it closed up this week 2%, closing out 25,803. S&P's closed up this week 1.57%, closing out 2786. The Nasdaq also closed up. It closed up 1.75% this week, closing out 7261. And gold closed up. It closed up 1.44%, closing out 1339.30. The VIX closing out very low, but above 10, closing out at 10.16. And that sums up another week. We want to thank you for joining us. The markets will be closed on Monday for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So we want to wish you a very safe and happy weekend. We look forward to joining you on Tuesday next week. Thank you so much. Good night.